Alexa, volume up. I'm taking care of the flowers right now. I have a fan going, so this opaque, very light opaque yellow hardens up quicker. So when I cover this, I want it to almost look like a sticker. I'm not going to stop painting yellow. It's the color I want, and it happens to be very transparent. So it's up to me as the artist to decide how thick I want it and at what lengths I'm willing to go to get my desired effect. And I'm willing to go to running a fan while I'm painting. And it's not very comfortable because the paint wants to get thicker. So this morning, this yellow flower, before I go get my Camaro, is getting done. And it's going to get a face and it's going to look really cool. So good morning. Welcome to a Monday. Let's see if we can't accomplish something this morning. Well, I have to go all the way to Port Huron and get my car. You gotta remember, when you're painting, you gotta put yourself into a whole different world. If you can't become the world the painting is in, you're never gonna get it the way you want it. I try to live and breathe what I paint. It's like a method actor. Take on that role. So my role here is, I want this flower alive, and I know what I want it to look like. So there's a lot of detail that goes into this. You know what I mean? Detail. If you miss little details, don't paint. Because people don't want to look at just like black. They want to look at like, wow, how complex is this sucker? At least that's my opinion. When I look at a painting, I want to see what the artist actually seen in their mind before they put it up for me to look at. So I have to become visually involved with what I'm doing, other than just, physically doing what I'm doing. I need to mentally put myself into a different state of mind when I paint. And that's why I like my music. I like things that just help me spiritually connect with what I'm doing. The music I listen to just touches my soul. So my soul's touch, it opens me up to a very creative side of my human ability. I didn't go to art school and get all fancy stuff like that. Do what I want. I taught myself how to do everything. Taught myself how to tattoo. And I remember my first tattoo I did, I was sitting on the, I don't know what to call it, like a deck area, but it was like a deck area up north at a place that my ex had, her family had, and I bought the tattoo machines, and I got sick of having everybody, like my cousin Arthur and everybody, do my work. I wanted to learn how to do it. I can only sit back so long and have somebody do something. And I knew that to get the desired effect out of the tattoos I wanted, I needed to be the one in there. I needed to be the one that did it. And so I was willing to hack up my skin and learn, and I did. And then my late wife, the same way, she wanted me to do it on her, and I did them. The first tattoos were very rudimentary. And then you just go along and you learn from every little thing you do. Like every stroke I'm taking with this brush right now, I'm learning something. I'm learning that what started off as an extremely fine tip brush has turned into that. So I know how much time I can get out of my brushes to be like pinpoints, or if I want a fan brush out of them, I just keep using them. Like little things like that you learn when you start doing stuff. And I'll show you what this is turning out like in a minute. I don't know if you can see it from the angle you're at. But artwork conveys a lot more to people than what you think. You have to accept the fact that everything that it's like your child you're giving birth to on canvas, paper, whatever you're doing your artwork on. It's your baby. You gotta live with it. You gotta accept what you do. You gotta be willing to change things like a child because you want an improvement. It's not because you don't like it. There's a certain thing I expect out of my paintings, like I do my kids, and I'm willing to go the extra mile to make sure that I get the desired effect out of what I want by gently, like with the children, gently coercing it into an aspect ratio that you like. So right now, you have to understand that when you're painting like this, I draw it out, freehand it out, right? Then I go along the edge of it with a black paint, acrylic paint pen. Like I got a couple of them, I got like 4 of them. But you can buy these paint pens, and you can get into the fine details if you're not good with a brush, or you just don't want to pull the brushes out and put a bunch of paint in a tray. The pens are fantastic. They're expensive as hell, but they do the same. They actually come in the same colors that your liquid paint will come in. You just have to make sure, if you're going to get a paint pen, you have to make sure it's in the medium you're doing. You don't want oil paint pens with an acrylic paint or watercolor paint or whatever. I don't do watercolors. I do acrylics. Very, very durable paint. Dry really quick. You know, oil paint, they're nice. You get the same, you get the same effect. It takes like days, man. And I mean days to dry. You can throw it in the oven like I used to do. Cook that bad dog. Speed that process up. But right now I keep going over the yellow because I want a thickness. I'll show you. Let's take a look. So we're getting close. I want that thickness.